Here goes nothing. Still got a blank screen temporarily, so. Here goes nothing. Actually, let me check the sound quality real quick on this one. Testing. Alright, cool. So actually, yeah, that answers all that I needed to know. I needed to know whether or not it was noisy. Because I've really been trying to not let it be noisy lately. It's an old mic. It's an old setup. Sometimes it gets noisy. And I don't want that. I don't want a bad experience for the audience, and I don't want to lose potential new audience members because I wouldn't jiggle a few wires to make this old-ass mic work. So, gonna share this on my socials and get started. Hello to the 3 concurrent viewers. Let me know who you are in chat. I have to find where... Well, whatever. You know what? I'll just fucking post that anyway. So, how are y'all? I had my playback speed at 175x because I was watching some esoteric mouth breather videos, and I can't stand to listen to him at normal speed, and somehow it was playing the stream at that speed. Yeah, it probably caught you up at that speed. That's what I would guess. So, I'm sharing Vicent on Tweltwer. I'm, you know, part of the reason I title my streams like this is because I want all the reach to be completely organic, and I don't want it to be like the algorithm said you should watch his channel while he's streaming this stuff. If people find my streams, more power to them. You know, but I want it to be all completely fucking organic. Hello, Rescind, and hello, Kent. I will be there shortly. I'm just gonna let some people know that I'm live. So, tagging people in my surveyor, and then that'll be it. Because nobody comes from my Facebook anyway, so there's no real point to posting those links there. I can, however, take clips from that in order to do that. And I'm not going to do, like, an everyone or here tag, because, like, I'm going to do that a little bit later, at about 2 hours from now. And that 2 hour gap is going to be because I'm going to be making breakfast for tomorrow so that I can actually go for my run, which I've been wanting to fucking do, even though it's smoky as hell out. And also fucking take care of a stream that's been postponed now, 2 hours from now. So if y'all want to see me again, you can see me again at fucking 7 PT Pacific time, and we can have another stream then, but it'll be on somebody else's channel. That I'm willing to go on people's channels who will invite me. So if you have somebody you want me on, feel free to hit them up, because, you know, most people, they don't like me or my content. So if that's to change, there needs to be audience demand. But with all that being said, first things first, because this is going to be a thing that comes up. I finally got a new chair that's not really new. It's probably pretty old, but it comes from Goodwill. And the thing is, like, you know, I had one of those voice in my head moments where it said, like, go to Goodwill today. It's going to have exactly one of the thing you need. And so I went there and fucking picked up this chair. But, like, so the chair thing, I had a fucking, like, voice telling me that I had to keep looking after I couldn't find one with a high back. Like, all their office chairs were just, like, fucking lower back thing, and the reason I need one is for my fucking spine, because it's been consistently getting damaged by chairs like this, which I need to find a way to get rid of. I'll probably free cycle a lot of stuff this summer. Either way, point is that like, this is a chair that they said, well, we just had some of those, but we just threw them out. And I was like, well, are they in the dumpster or the dump? And he's like, let me go check. Like, he knew what I was saying. And so he went and got me the chair that they were gonna throw out, and like, it's fine. Like, it doesn't do everything that I want, but it doesn't need to. So my secondhand story right now is fucking, I went to the Goodwill outlet and picked up this chair that I got for $6. And it's like, it's leather, but it's bonded leather, so it's peeling in places and it's duct taped, but it's fucking $6. Like, there's nothing wrong with this chair. It's fucking fine. And it was about to be in the dump, so I'm glad I went there that day. And I don't have to worry about chairs for a bit. I got out of there with, like, fucking, I got, like, a wok that's still pretty much fine. That all I have to do is season it a bit, and it has a dent in it, but I don't care about that. I got fucking a bunch of workout stuff, like this ab roller. I'm gonna figure out how that works without breaking your back. And like the ab roller, I got a couple of these 10-pound ankle weights and shit like that. My point is, go to Goodwill. Go to secondhand stores and pick up things. Participate in the circular economy. Because I got a relatively sturdy chair that is way more sturdy than, either of the gaming chairs or the Walmart office chair that I got as soon as I got here. And it doesn't feel like it's going to break on me. And it also doesn't feel like it's gonna, cause me spinal damage. So that's good. It says there are only 2 concurrent viewers, but I'm pretty sure there's still 4. So sound off in the chat if you're here. Erica says circular economy. Yes, yeah. I have like a lot of things that I need, and I'll probably head back to the Goodwill at some point. So yeah, there's that. And so I got out of the Goodwill that day for $30, just the same price as my fucking shoes. So that's good. $30 instead of fucking, the over 100 or like 200 plus that I would have spent on a chair is good. And I will not be experiencing spinal damage for the current moment. So that's also good. Either way, point is, chair situation has been handled. And that was an 8-minute description of that, but hopefully it was at least a little interesting. Either way, so I'm not going to address the comments for videos today. That'll be on next week's thing, because honestly, content was scant this week from dealing with some personal stuff, and also from like a bunch of stuff like this chair. Just getting some stuff like nailed down and ensuring that it works. And basically, now that I have, I can really hammer out some content after tomorrow, because I still need to go for fucking groceries. So that'll be a thing. And then I can really work hard until, like, I'm thinking the 19th, when I will also be showing up on a show, Matt Arkey's show. We've talked before, and we're going to talk about some anti-war stuff on that show. So, like, a few people are bold enough to have me on their show, but if you want to, find some other people who are potentially interested in doing something like that, just tag them, let them know. you've got an insane conspiracy theorist who's willing to talk. Anyway, point is, all of that's dealt with, and I thought I would talk briefly about the Shane Killian situation, since that's the only thing anybody brought up that they wanted me to talk about. So, the first thing is that if you've got something you want me to talk about, feel free to post about it in the comments. But basically, some friends of mine were in a server where a pedophile I have been repeatedly trying to expose and get removed from libertarian circles was. And this guy goes by P, which he claims is short for Panty and Garter, or Panty and Stocking. Fucking an anime thing that is very annoying that I sat through part of one episode and was like, no, I'm good. But, like, assuming that that's what this person's name actually stands for, it's pretty ironic that they are a person who identifies as P and also pedophile. And, like, you know, he jacked to child porn and was 100% okay with saying that at one point. Like, he watched child porn. And, you know, when I expose this guy wherever he is, he always fucking hides. And the people who, like, harbor him in their server have banned me. Like, first it was the back alley, then it was the Cool Capitalist Club, which was run by people from the back alley, and spelled with K's. So they identify as the KKK. The back alley, by the way, for those of you who don't know, is a massively racist, fascist, fucking fake anarchist server full of pedophiles as well. Like, there's a lot of Nazis and pedophiles, or at least people who are okay with them. Just to avoid legal indemnity, I'll say that. You know, they were totally enough okay with them that the only mod who did anything about it was soon removed. The only mod that did anything about it. And their decision regarding this pedophile was reversed. So, like, they're a bunch of bitches. They've banned me from multiple places. And the latest place to ban me was an associated server full of a lot of the same people, run by Shane Killian. And Shane Killian is a YouTuber with a long history in ANCAP circles who literally has a fucking video about why most pedophiles are actually pretty chill, yo. Relax. That's what his video says, basically. It says most of them don't do anything wrong, you know? And they should be treated fine, or something like that. It's been a while since I've seen it. He also has another one on how child pornography laws be whack, yo. So I wonder why he would want something like this in his server. And Ego says in chat, you know, I like how none of this is exaggeration. And yeah, it's pretty fucking bad, isn't it? Like, when I can be this direct and this, you know, just painfully and directly clear about the problem, and it's still not addressed, you know, that's fucking wild. And P was directly affiliated with Riley, who I've done videos on. This is all, like, stuff that's, like, for the record. Like, this is all stuff, like, on the record. You can see all the screenshots and all that stuff in the Riley video and a few other videos on my channel. Riley spelled R-Y-L-E-E. And basically, I've been going against these people, these pedophiles, trying to infiltrate and provide acceptable grounds for pedophiles in libertarian circles for a while now. I've been opposing them. Yeah, Kant is over here. He was watching my screenshots. You know, maybe someday I'll do a video where I just post all my fucking screenshots that I took of my activity in there while it was briefly happening. But P was affiliated with Riley and still defends Riley. And Kant says the comment Shane made about it being okay as long as it wasn't done in his server was wild. Yeah, he said, quote, as long as he's not a pedo here. He's a pedo everywhere, you fucking degenerate. He's a pedo everywhere. That's a problem. Fuck you. He's a pedo in your server even if he doesn't talk about it. Fucking garbage. You know? It's so asinine. It's so asinine. And you know, in another one of his places, fucking filthy heretic of the back alley was being over there like, yeah, I don't have a problem with Riley or P. And I would and I would associate with Riley more or something like that. I'd talk to Riley more, but he's hard to get a hold of. Yeah, maybe because I made it very clear that there were enough libertarians who aren't on the pedo acceptance train that we're gonna push you out. Like the shit you are, Riley. And anybody like you. You know? That needs to be fucking clearly established if libertarian and anarchist circles are ever gonna get their fucking day in the sun. Like, holy fucking shit. If you can't even remove the pedophiles from your circles, shut the fuck up about anything involving liberty. Because child exploitation is anti-liberty. Strangely the fucking enough. Anyway. So that's what happened. He kicked me out of the server after repeatedly telling me to stop calling out this pedophile and saying that the screenshots are fake and it's bullshit. You know, he just, you know, for somebody who screams, liar, liar, every time somebody says something he disagrees with, he sure lied in order to remove me. So I fuck that guy. He's stupid and wrong. And he needs to lose weight if last video's video about pedophilia is any sort of indication. He's got a little bit of a chin there he should work on. Dude literally did that before he banned me from it. Yeah, basically. Yeah, and like, so, just to be clear, that wasn't fat shaming. I think he would be healthier, including in the mind, and maybe more capable of intelligent thought if he chose to make better decisions involving his health, just to avoid any sort of censorship from YouTube. And, just to make this very clear, I don't discriminate on any sort of basis like that. If you are of the plus-size variety, you are welcome in my chat to discuss how, you know, people should probably be healthier. Because I have to be clear about this sort of thing. What? So Kant, actually, you can tell me then. He says that he was banned over the dumbest thing too. What were you banned over? You're free to let me know. Ego says he's a big Jim Carrey fan. I don't know what you mean by that, but oh, liar, liar. Okay, yeah. All right. I get it now. But yeah, he's just, oh, man, everything is wrong with this circle. Like, and they all had fucking cartoon avatars at one point. It's exhausting. It's fucking exhausting trying to do anything. You know? Especially since I know that most people aren't going to financially support it. But they will support people like his Patreon because they fucking get off on the guy who says that thing. Kant says he'll send the screenshots about it in DMs. Yeah, and I was banned within like an hour of starting posting, I believe it was. And all I was doing was just holding people accountable, and then people started to fucking snitch mode and tag the mods. And it's like, shut the fuck up. You know, daddy doesn't need to be here unless he's going to remove the fucking guy who wants to fuck kids. Like, he was completely useless to the exchange, and the only thing he insisted on was that I was. So somebody demanded that I explain why I was there, and I reposted the fucking screenshot of this person admitting to whacking to CP, and when I did that, fucking like the screenshot was immediately deleted by Lord Killian, who, holy shit, that's the worst kind of most arrogant, stupidest name. Lord Killian, who's lord over his, less than 1,000 Twitter followers and sub 300 fucking Discord server that he's had for like many years. Like, lord over what? Lord over your empire of nothing? You don't have anything, and you reduce it even further when you, like, accept pedophiles. Right? Just shut the fuck up. And even if you were a lord over something, I don't respect lords, ladies, queens, kings, any sort of, like, monarchist rulership, any rulership in general, because I, unlike you, am an anarchist. How you like that? So anyway, point is, he be fucked. I'm waiting for those screenshots, can't. So, Ego says the questions asking you why you were there were leading questions trying to ban you for breaking their drama rule. Yeah, and I didn't answer them. I specifically just kept on saying that, like, scroll up. Because the first time I tried to, like, do jack shit about that, they they banned me, or sorry, they deleted the comment because it was reposting. And even though there's no rule against reposting, he said, reposting! Stop reposting! And so it's fucking stupid. It's very stupid. The whole thing is stupid. Harboring pedophiles in a Discord server for some reason isn't fucking okay. You know? Like, maybe that's not fine, and the people who go against them are not the problem. Anyway. Yeah, that's the Shane situation. An extremely informal way of phrasing it with nothing up on the screen, but, like, yeah, fucking, and also, I find that on so many fucking occasions, just so many, that a server will have drama rules, like rules against drama, not because they don't want, conflict. They're totally fine with starting it. They're totally fine with having it as long as it benefits the mods, as long as it makes the community run more smoothly. But they don't give a fuck about drama. They just use it to shield from certain types of accountability. Certain types of people saying, hey, maybe don't fucking be like that. You know? It's fucking trash. Like, it happened in Janestown, the fucking community run by somebody who, I would later get screenshots from her victims about her grooming them. Like, fucking... Oh, and I'm still making the video on that, by the way. That's not going away. But, like, so that, or the fucking, like... So that was a cringe police situation. Back Alley has no drama, but they consistently talk shit about each other and other people in there. So it's not no drama, it's protect my fifis. That's what the Back Alley loves, is protect my fifis. Fucking, like, this place, just so many examples of places that said, we don't allow drama, but it's very clearly only to do that. You know? Because it's fucking evil, the way they act. So, I have been sent the photos. So, they're not in order, but here you go. Oh, right, yeah, I remember this now. So, he criticized Murray Rothbard and was accused of a Rule 2 violation by Shane, who said, No, liar! Your response was to the killing of tens of millions. You accused Rothbard of that. And he's like, yes, because you don't know how to take sarcasm, Shane. And he's like, he bans him and says, that's definitely a Rule 2 violation. Fucking, no, you cannot go around this by claiming sarcasm. You need to retract the false accusation or be blocked. And even other people in the server were saying it came off as sarcastic. Yeah. Cover up your foul lie, which you can't even bring yourself to retract. That's that's literally him. Holy shit. Liar! He just, everybody who disagrees with him is all of a sudden just a liar! Why? Fucking ridiculous little oaf. He's like, I didn't even criticize Rothbard. I used Rothbard to criticize Shane, saying capitalism is only laissez-faire. Okay, yeah. Because Rothbard specifically said that state capitalism exists, and that it's a problem, and that ANCAPs need to distinguish themselves from state capitalists, or the label ANCAP isn't fucking valuable. Huh, who'd have thunk it that maybe a label that has an adjective attached to it, anarcho-capitalist, an adjectival phrase, would be a modifier on some base phrase, like maybe anarcho is supposed to modify capitalism to distinguish it from other forms? Huh. Oh? Couldn't be. ANCAPs are pure as the driven snow. That is, if that snow had piss in it and didn't care about consent. Anyway. Point is, I don't hate all ANCAPs, by the way. I just hate the ones that are unwilling to even remotely consider criticism. Like, the show I'm going on in 2 hours, well, an hour and a half at this point, that show is capitalists. And somehow, some way, they're willing to talk about the issues without being this way. It's almost like it's possible to have civil disagreements and, like, listen to other people and, like, be logical and fair. And, man, that's such... I'm hurting right now even thinking about it, Shane. I'm so sorry for going against you at all. Ban me. Please keep me banned. I deserve it. You know, your server is so much better with people like P, and they're talking about how, you know, he's totally stopped now, but he certainly at one point did jack to child porn. You know, just Ego in its phone says, sounds like something a liar would say. Yeah, for real. Oh, also, I'll be doing some voice acting for his videos, so you can feel free to listen in on that if you want. Yeah. Anyway. With all that being said, if there's nothing anybody would like to discuss in the chat, this will be drawing it to a close, because, like I said, I'm going over the comments next week. That's part of the reason I called the stream Thisn't, because I figured it'd be like, you know, this is a vlog stream, technically, but it's not really the normal style of vlog stream, so. Yeah. That. So if any of you in the chat are still there, it says I have one concurrent viewer. If any of you in the chat are still there, feel free to let me know if you want to discuss something. If not, I'm drawing it to a close. Now, just to be clear, in case this is me drawing it down, we have a documentary fundraiser now for AgoristNexus. We're making a documentary about the entire, like, COVID thing, and you're free to throw some skrill at it, should you so choose. So that's available in the description. So that'll be a thing. And also, there's lots of other ways to support if you just want to support me directly. So there's that too. So with all that being said, if any of you have something else you would like to discuss, I got a few seconds before I sign off, but there will be a shit ton of content this week because I need to sort of make up for last week. So there's going to be a shit ton of content this week. I think y'all will be satisfied with that amount. Love the chair. Glad you found it. Even more glad you're taking a loud stand against child abuse. It's needed in the in the anarchy groups. Yeah, like, they don't fucking... The fact that I'm banned for going against these sorts of people on such a fucking frequent and regular basis is all the evidence that somebody needs that it's more than just a meme. And I hate that, because libertarians and anarchists should be free of that. And it's not just on the right either, just to be clear. Like, the left, like a bunch of leftist theorists have a bunch of reasons that you should be on the side of kid diddlers. And they're wrong too. Like, fuck all those people on whatever side they claim to be on, because if you side on the, like, in the corner of child abusers, then you're a fucking oppressor. You're not a libertarian. You're not liberation, like, ideology. You're not getting rid of justifying ideologies. You're not doing jack shit for anybody but you and your fucking hormones. Like, holy shit. It's exhausting. I'm exhausted. But hopefully, it will translate into things like Patreon and Ko-fi subs, because EarthNerd, Ego, and Rescind are all members of my Patreon or Ko-fi. And Kant has helped me before as well. So if you're watching this after the fact, you weren't a part of the initial group who was here, but you might consider throwing some skrill at my bill. Because I need all the support I can get if I'm going to keep going. And I'd ideally like to build up some savings for once in my basically life. Because, like, the whole fucking thing here, it's eventually, I'm going to piss off the wrong person, and I'm going to be taken down. It's going to happen. You know? So, I need to be as fucking independent as possible, and I am currently not. So that's the thing. Keep fighting the good fight. It's the most important thing at the moment, I think. Probably. You know, and also, like, everybody's willing to to talk about, oh, Epstein this, Epstein that, Catholic Church, men are terrible and evil, Boy Scouts, They won't talk about public school, they won't talk about foster care, but that's a separate subject. But my point is that they'll talk about all of this stuff, but when it comes to maybe not having it in their own fucking circles, it's mum's the word or you're banned. And that's fucking evil. You know? It's fucking evil. We need to stop people like Epstein, either when they've admitted to violations or before that happens, by philosophically confronting this and making it clear that it's not going to be accepted and that we will not fucking take it. Holy shit. It's that simple. Just say no to pedophilia. Wow. So that's me sounding insane to anybody who doesn't know how bad the problem is. But, yeah. All that being said, there are ways to support in the chat. Rescind's like, I'll support you as long as I can, whether you're platformed or not. Yeah, well, and thank you, because most people won't, and, you know, most people won't have me on their show either, so getting a new audience is difficult. Mostly because I'm willing to disrupt rock boats and shit like that, and people don't want me to piss off their audience and make them go away because I was on their show. Like, I'm not an easy person to get on anywhere, so I'll take it where I can get it. And that's one of the reasons that I'm, you know, going on this show later. Also, I'm going to finally email fucking John Zerzan again, because I liked having that discussion. Just so much got in the way, and I didn't want anything to interfere with it and, like, potentially fuck up a future of, like, content or something like that. So I'm going to get back in touch with him, and I'm going to see if I can get him on the AgoristNexus podcast. Feel free to subscribe to the AgoristNexus podcast. And you can find that on Odyssey just by looking up AgoristNexus. Because that it's going to be a place where you can find content from me as well. And you'll also be able to find interviews. You'll be able to find content from Dag, the co-host of the show, and occasionally only host when he starts his gardening series. There's a lot we're doing. We're doing articles. We're doing this fucking documentary. There's a lot of stuff we're doing. So if you want things that are reasons to support, they will be in the plenty. Also, I'm going to write my first article for the Freedom Post, and my second article for Liberty Centuries relatively soon. The Liberty Centuries one first because I've got most of that done, and it's honestly not, that much, but like I wanted to make sure to get it right, and stuff kept on coming up. But like that'll be about student loans and why the anarchist position is to forgive 92% of them. So feel free to follow Liberty Centuries on Twitter and on their site. Feel free to follow AgoristNexus at AgoristN on Twitter and on our site. Feel free to follow places, support places. There's stuff coming, and all of it is yet more and more ways which you can be sure that we need to smash the fucking state. See y'all tomorrow or on the next stream, which will be in about an hour and 10 minutes.